You know, I like it when people talk about conspiracy. One subject I haven't really spoke of a lot about, because when I'm speaking in my economic videos, I generally just focus on that subject, just economics. I don't get into any of the background. And I've never mocked anybody or disregarded anybody with where they think the source is, because sometimes they're right, but there might be a source to that source. So, you know, when you want to talk about conspiracy, New World Order, and people, the sheeple, people being rounded up and being lied to, I really wished that, if all honesty, if people would even just take a little bit of time to do some honest, open-hearted research on certain subjects, like evolution. There are some really good statements to debunk evolution, and if anything, it would be just enough to get you thinking about it. You know, trees standing up, found upright through sedimentary rock that's supposed to represent thousands of years. I can show you out in my bush right here how long trees last. The first thing happens, the bark falls off them. So, I mean, I'm just giving that as an example. Think about it. You know, we're taught this in public school. You know, they don't believe in God. Oh yeah, there's a conspiracy out there. You're darn right, there's a conspiracy. You know, the Bible says that God has sent them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Believe me, there's like this veil right over top of people. And because of that veil, that lie, they can't see the truth. And people have become so blinded by lies. If they go right back to the Garden of Eden, you know, surely you shall not die. No, there'll be no consequence to anything you do. Yea, did God really say? I mean, come on, does God really know? Is there really a God? Does he really mean this? You know? Oh, it'll make you wise. Look, you're better than that. You have your own life. You're your own God. You can do all this. There'll never be any consequence to it. And yet every day I turn on the TV. Global warming, we're all going to die. Economic collapse, H1N1, we're all going to die. Oh, obesity, oh, we've stuffed our faces. Oh, we're all going to die now. It's basic, isn't it? I mean, the evidence is right in front of your face. Well, sure. I mean, you know, I think it's credit to know that you can give me benefit of the doubt that I'm not talking about certain cases of obesity with illness, but I'm, you know, come on. I mean, what do you think this economic collapse is really all about? I know that there are some banksters doing some rigging, and I know there's a lot of political hand in this. I know that. I did a documentary on it. But come on, are people just so irresponsible with their money? I see, I want, I get. That goes right back to the Garden of Eden. You know, oh, what did Eve do? It looked good to the eyes, and it was good to eat, and it would make one so wise. Think about first letter of John. There's a very important Bible passage. For all that is in the world, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. If you're living your life on one of those three things, you're not living right with God. That's the difference between being a born-again Christian and religion. There's no place in God for pride, the pride of life. You know, oh, I'll be wise, I'll be better, nothing will stop me. Of course not, nothing will stop us. No, we're all getting younger every day. You know. There is a big picture. There is. A very big picture. Very, very big picture. And the more you give the Bible a chance, the more you read it and let it allow you to speak to you, the more you're going to see it. You know, the just shall live by faith. Not by sight, by faith. Now, it's not blind faith. Blind faith, no. It's faith. This is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. There's a big difference. Boy, I know there's so many questions I get all the time. Well, why doesn't God just come down and do something? He will. And before He does that, He has given us an opportunity to clean our act up. He wants you to be ready for His coming. He's giving you a chance. He sent messengers to tell you that He is coming. And for those of you who are not doing what's right, there's going to be a place for you. And for those of you that are doing what's right, there'll be a place for you. Why does God let so much bad things happen in the world? Ask yourself that the next time you do something bad. And it could be a small thing. Did you flip somebody off while you were driving your car because they did something to you they didn't like? Were you snubby at the cashier because she couldn't get her Happy Meal through fast enough for you? Yeah, you can blame all that on God. Or you can take a look and see where the real evil comes from. From your own lusts. Your own lust of the flesh and your pride of life and the lust of the eyes. That's where it comes from. And the lies that you're told. The father of lies, called Satan, or the devil, serpent in the Garden of Eden, that started feeding that stuff in your head, telling you something you're not. We've all heard this story. You tell somebody something they're not, and look what happens, shipwreck. That's why I personally believe that so many famous people, their lives, not all of them, but a lot of them, how many relationships, they're hopped up on how many, oxycodone and drugs and stimulants, I really believe it's because they're being told their life and it's not real, it's not right, and they're not happy. How many of us we call ourselves regular people, okay? But we're happy. We can come home at night and we can sleep without medication. I know a lot of people are, but I think you know my point though. It's the general point I'm trying to make. So, yeah. And something else that's even more scary? For those who die a Christless grave, this is it. This is your chance. And if you die with those same, 3 elements in your head, surely I shall not die, and I'm just going to feed my body, and everything I see I want, I'm going to get. And you go to the grave, there's nothing in the grave, so you're not going to get anything. You'll have nothing. God has provided for us such a wonderful place, habitat for us, and He has given us, I believe, our means. And for those that don't have it, He has given other people more so that they have an opportunity to help those people that don't have stuff. It's us that ain't doing it right. You got people in the third world starving to death, and you got an obesity problem in North America, and you're going to pray to God, oh God, please help me get, win the lottery, I really need it, oh help me, and then you have people over there saying, God, please help us, we're starving, I'm eating maggots. Do you think for 1 minute that God gave us an opportunity to do good? And yet, what do? Oh, it's God. He's the one that lets it all happen. Oh, my favorite one is, oh no, they're getting that because they're being punished. That's right, because they're a lot worse sinner than we are. Watch your news anytime and see the kind of sinners that North America people are. We're all full of sin up here. We all are. Everybody is.